team handles a rural country case.
We received a phone call through another paranormal group. I then followed up with it. The wife is pregnant and is supposed to have a baby in August, and they want this done with before the baby comes. The call was that the little boy's bedroom is horribly haunted.
Was what in that household?
The little boy is the only male in that house.
I'm kind of going into this cold. I like that because in that way it kind of validates everything.
My name's Sagana. Hi, nice to meet you.
Can you tell your name? Easton.
Is a young spirit-sensitive awakening?
So Mom was talking about the behaviors the son displays when he wakes up, sitting up, mouthing out some words and then flopping his head back. Is the boy popping out and astrologically projecting into his room?
Noted.
He wants to see us set up.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to see the supplies.
That would be the next thing. Yeah. Portals as well. And obviously, if there's a highway that exists, we'll try to find it.
Outside, first session, present are Crystal, Sedana, Jarrett.
The night helps reveal.
When you had your eyes closed, they were just like right behind you.
Carrie had thought she felt something behind her. The little boy had provided a gift, and there was a drawing they did of my team.
A lesson in self-protection and shielding.
This is why we do this, folks. Helping families out. Agreed?
Absolutely.
Yep.
And we were just talking about beacons coming down here, and that's what he seems to be. So the activity, as you guys were coached last time we were here, no matter where you're at, it doesn't matter if you just pack up and move. You know?
It's gonna be there.
Right.
Okay.
The team's first client and familiar face visits headquarters.
Because we had our very first clients back from chapter 1.
It's because I feel like I need it's just a little bit of guidance or just something to,
My first one I'm going to use is the Steampunk Deck. It's very honest, it's very blunt.
So I've had this done before, but like the person that done it, it's kind of one of those things, do I really believe what you're telling me?
You're biased.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming by. And,
Alright, so thanks for hosting here, Jackie. Great place. It's the first time here hosting our briefing and feeding us.
Yes.
So
It's been a bit since I've been on investigation. I've been kind of busy with school. But I'm excited to see what happens tonight. I am looking forward to any sort of evidence we can pick up on personal growth everybody goes through.
This one's unique in the fact that we had to bump it up and switch our case schedule around. We actually had another case scheduled ahead of this one, and this one would have been about another month out.
We received a phone call through another paranormal group. I then followed up with it with some confusion with Mary, and I called this girl. We have been called upon through another paranormal group to go to Algona. It's a family of two women that are married, and they have children from past marriages. And the one lady has a 6-year-old boy. The wife is pregnant and is supposed to have a baby in August, and they want this done with before the baby comes. This is the reason we bumped it up.
Has a sense of urgency with it. The activity has spiked. It's ominous, potentially, in nature.
I'm kind of going into this cold. I like that because then that way it kind of validates everything. But I am hoping that we can help the client with whatever they need. I'm hoping that when we leave, the client is more lighthearted.
The call was that the little boy's bedroom is horribly haunted. Horribly by means of it is flipping the beds, taking the drawers out of the dressers. Once she had talked to me, it seemed like whatever was in this bedroom did not want her contacting us. So it caused more commotion. And it went into the bedroom and proceeded to knock a TV off the stand, when she said the child can't even knock off the stand. So we'll see that tonight. Not only that, it flipped the bed, took the mattress and the bed and flipped it totally off of its stand. She said it pulled drawers out and threw stuff on the floor. That's how mad it was. Whatever it is, reacts to the 6-year-old boy. It has something to do with him. Because when he is gone, it's very mild upstairs.
I don't know anything that's really going on other than it's an emergency case coming up.
So I know nothing about the case, but the city that we're going to, and we are all meeting together. I started to pick up some stuff earlier today, wrote it down on a Post-it note, and what I got was I couldn't necessarily tell like male or female, but what I got was a very masculine energy that was pressing against femininity.
It made me a little fearful listening to Sedona about it seeing niceness as weakness, because that's what I try to live my life as, to be as nice and for the goodness of all.
When the child comes back from the father's house, that weekend, or that week or weekend, or that first week or whatever, it goes berserk. Whatever it is, it goes crazy. And it stomps around upstairs, and she says it sounds like more than one footstep. But it stomps around, it rolls stuff across the floor. She said, we hear stuff at night. We hear doors slam. And
I would have to say that leading up to the case, I haven't felt a whole lot.
This one, we're briefing because of the location of the case. We're briefing at Jackie's place. So it'll be interesting. It's 2 cases in a row that we haven't used a conference room for a briefing, so it's very different.
And she has just informed him that we are Ghostbusters.
Good.
So he won't be afraid of us.
Good.
He's excited.
Good.
He's excited to meet real true Ghostbusters.
Tell all my people to just approach it as a matter of fact with the case. So don't go in there with pre-assumed thoughts on, this one might be a little scary, or this is something going on. Well, we just won't.
So I'm looking forward to see what's going on with that.
I did send a little reminder out, though, to the team, especially those who have been overtaken or overcome with high emotion in the past or habitually, about the potential of what could be going on here.
Yeah.
But also, it's important not to go in pre-assumed thoughts.
No.
I don't want to go in there with us all being like, paranoid or scared.
I know more.
We'll fuel it.
I know more, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
But what I was getting at, though, was that go-to bunny thing. We could decide when we get there and feel. Remember what we did the last case?
Yes.
Remember when you missed it.
No,
we haven't done it for a little while.
I feel the same as you.
Yeah.
I feel the same as you. Yes, I'll give you the same thing.
To do that kind of thing where we set somebody designated as the neutral person that takes the notes of people members and the code of conduct initially, and we just rarely used it. But it worked. It had some interesting things the last time that we went and did it.
It's just hard getting used to it. It was new
Yeah.
for all of us, so we're so used to flirting
It
out
just
our stuff
helped
versus stopping
enhance
going
the
to
spiritual side, so we knew we weren't feeding off each other.
Okay, guys, so we're getting closer to it, under a half hour away. Any thoughts? Or
I just looked at it from a social worker perspective. I looked at it from a social worker perspective, and the little boy is the only male in that household. I don't know if it means anything.
Is what in that household?
The little boy is the only male in that household.
I did text Jen and ask her if anything was going on. She said so far it's been pretty slow. We thought we'd seen a shadow a few hours ago walking downstairs, but nothing crazy yet.
I would say not even a quarter mile away, we had a stop at a four-way road in the country, gravel road.
So I didn't really pick up anything too much when we were approaching, which is unusual because usually, a good 5 to 10 mile radius out from a place, I start to get something.
But we had another thought that came across that we wanted to share as a group before we arrived at the actual location.
We're driving here, and as we were driving here, I kind of had a change of mood.
We had to pull over because my radio had died prematurely. Not chopping that paranormal.
It was not good. It was nasty. That's why I said I didn't think Mary or Dave. When I told you, I think we need to be careful who we take up there because it's not good. Yeah. And I think it's waiting. Like she said, it's like waiting on us to get there. Mm-hmm. And then she said something about a closet, and I said, I don't care. But
let's do this.
Yeah.
All right, for the goodness of all, even if it is a nasty spirit,
yes,
it wants help.
Yes. That's right.
Oh, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And we will not
I'll take your radio since it's pointless right now.
Farmer drove by. He slowed down, gave us a look, of course. But now we're at
the right place.
They're out front. There we go.
With another farm right across the road.
I love these country locations. We don't get enough of these.
So just so you guys know, we have told the 6-year-old that you guys are bad guy exterminators. Because we don't want to freak them out with like ghosts and spirits and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's super excited.
So excited
super
to meet
ready.
you guys.
He's like, has his face at the window. Are they here yet? Are they here yet?
Okay. Well, I'm Crystal Farnsworth.
Okay.
Jackie, hi.
Hi.
I'm Carrie.
Jarrett.
Sadana.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Like that.
I'm Eric.
Eric.
Hello.
Hi.
Eric is the person that is ahead of our group, but we kind of follow him. And
Sweet. Fearless
leader. Yeah. You went for over 12 years now doing this.
Yeah. Well, this is it. This is our creepy little place.
This is our, yeah, fun.
Arriving, I'm so happy this is a rural area as well. It makes it easier for us as well because of the fact that we don't have the city contamination, cars are constantly driving by.
Easton? Oh, I like that name. My name is Crystal. They call me Mom.
Can you remember that?
My name's Sadana. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Can you tell your name?
Easton? Nice to meet you, dude. Nice to meet you.
Isn't this exciting, dude? They're going to check everything out, make sure everything's okay.
Yep.
So, okay. Otherwise, upstairs is the kids' room. You walk straight up, there's the baby's room, and then through the doorway is his room and his little sister's room. And that's where we hear everything. He's my stepson. He's
your stepson.
Yeah, that's her son.
Oh, your son. Yeah. He's your blood.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the 4-year-old that comes in?
That's her daughter.
Yours as well? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Hold them all at the door.
All right, so tell me what you see. You don't see anything. Do you feel someone? No?
What is it that you...
Experience.
You're just scared of it.
And what part scares you? What does you tell Mom?
That you're alone up here and have no one to cuddle with. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Does it talk to you?
Right. We're new. It's going to take me a minute to wait to warm up. It's all good.
Does it talk to you?
No, you just don't like being up here by yourself? Okay. Is there any specific spot in here that makes you feel kind of weird? In that closet, okay?
So we detected
Have you
already.
gotten anything? You say you haven't seen anything, okay? Sometimes I do though. So there's several of us on the team that can see things and that can hear things that other people can't sometimes. So that's why we've been called in to kind of help. So maybe you can't see it, but maybe some of the rest of us might be able to spot it.
And make it go home.
And make it go home. Yep. Okay. So if you start to feel that sensation again, if you start to feel that feeling, will you please let one of us know so we can jump on the situation and try and handle it. Yeah?
And if it talks to you, tell us what it says. Okay?
And I got that on that you guys need to like move or like do anything to go ahead. Yeah, we'll be climbing into that closet. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
It's just the door that like we put up so he's not so scared.
Yeah.
We're gonna rule out the places that it goes to hide because there are such things as portals as well. And obviously, if there's a highway that exists, we'll try to find it.
Okay. That spot, that window. Yeah. Do you go inside the building? You can.
Mom?
Hi, kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Okay, show me how to get in there. Oh, yeah. Kitty, kitties, huh? Well, they're good to help keep critters down.
Easton took us out to the buildings that bother him the worst. And he took us to the big red barn, and then he took us to the grain bins.
And that's everything in here.
Yeah, it is everything in here, huh? Well, except for the room that there's closed off over there.
Yeah, there's a room right up in the front on both sides.
On both sides.
Yes. That's everything in this building.
Thank you for this tour.
Oh yeah, there is another room in there.
There's another room in there?
Yeah, if you want to get some shots in here, you're welcome to. Crawl into. Just over here, the spiders. Over here, we're fine.
He's so cute.
Well, this is gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
He's so sweet and polite.
I was wondering if he normally
Let him lead it.
wouldn't come in here. Because he seems already like.
Well, this is his play space. This is his farm he lives on.
Right. But you know what I mean? Like certain areas that you might be a little hesitant about because they're scary, but we're here, so he feels more like.
It's like, I can be brave and walk in, which is what he's doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because he said he didn't like this building, and now he wants to show me every inch of it.
The clients were nice enough to give us a tour, and young Easton was the lead man of that tour. So that was a lot of fun.
Young Easton was kind enough to give us a tour and show us some of the spots that that made him uncomfortable, and starting to get to know each other and learning how to, talk each other's language. Walk through the cornfields, coming out to the property.
Goes to the paranormal endeavors.
Eric,
what?
You just need to use that for the background.
Oh.
We could get some shots coming like out of the corn up to the house.
Oh, jeez.
We could do a little fun parody thing.
Yeah.
Have fun while you're out here. Some days you have really good days where it's just like
And two more things in the house.
nothing crazy.
Two more things in the house.
It's like that all over again.
Okay. Two more things in the house.
Okay.
One more barn and two more things in the house. I have a lot of things.
Well, I'm proud of you for showing them.
I have a lot of things, Mom. Can't get that.
Can't get it open?
Right.
We'll get it open. Oh, I can see why you do
Jackie?
Jackie, there is a big spider in there too, just so
Yeah,
you know.
don't go in here, Jack.
Okay, guess Sedona gets the camera. All right.
Seen it and like listening, and it was a.
Oh, yeah, Jackie, you're good.
There is,
You're good. He is,
You want to work on your focus?
there's a gentleman here.
mm-hmm.
He's working on. Yep. Good job, buddy.
Good job helping us find things.
Oh, the bunny I noticed.
Oh, you want to see? Oh, he wants to see this. He wants to see us set up.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to see the supplies.
That will be the next thing. Yeah.
Supplies.
Gotta be patient, dude.
Chill out, Homer. You're doing really good. I am
Thank
so
you.
proud of you.
There's one more spot down there.
Easton.
Where? Where's that?
He thinks there's a spot in the basement. But he's never been to the basement before.
Yes, I have.
That cobweb's cleared out of the way now. Miss Jackie, she doesn't like spiders.
Yeah, I'm afraid of spiders.
She's afraid of spiders.
Oh yeah, there's spider webs out there.
Yeah, that's why we're telling her not to look up.
Two.
Don't look up.
Yes. You have a thought.
I do. I'll wait to share.
If we're doing a go-to bunny thing. I haven't
Oh, who is
decided.
Bunny?
I haven't decided. We'll do that when we're doing setup. But I'm
Okay.
thinking, so it might be a good place to do that.
His fear that I'm having, that he has articulated so far, is he's afraid of people like getting to him. So someone's instilled a fear of him, of someone getting to him.
That's what I was wondering upstairs in the closet.
On the bed. He did that down here. He's afraid of these hidey spots because he's afraid somebody's going to get him.
Is it locations that he's seen anomalies?
We'll come get you if we need you for anything. Thanks for showing us. Because we got a couple of different working theories, and so it's trying to just sort out some information and figure out what's what.
seen that one.
Yeah, it only happens when he's here. And some nights we have a lot, like the night that we messaged you guys, it was a lot. Like, hard stomping upstairs.
Put it
like
on the table
dramatic,
down there.
purposeful stomping.
And it's not too far. Our house doesn't have that much square
Nope.
footage that I don't think we need to use the
I think we
extension.
can spread out.
Yeah.
Do we want to, definitely upstairs in the bedroom.
Upstairs seems to be the domain, yeah.
Talked about the door to their bedroom though, which is downstairs right off the living room.
Carrie, do you want to be the
Sure.
go-to bunny? Okay.
I don't have paper. How am I gonna?
We'll give you something.
I have paper.
Right. So just to explain to you guys kind of what this is. It's another way to validate our spiritual side when we're doing things. Because obviously we don't want to feed off each other, being all sensitives in a room, be like, oh, I'm getting smacked. Oh, me too. You know. So this is another way to try to validate it because we're unconnected and we might be getting something. I'll go to her and tell her privately.
Oh, okay.
And then go about my business. Somebody else will do their thing. And at the end of the night, kind of exchange notes and be like, oh, this person saw this, and we peg it and be like, okay.
I didn't. Okay. That makes sense. We all end up with pieces of it. Nobody gets the full puzzle.
Brings back the guilt and the rocks.
You'll get a yes or no answer.
Okay, now what was it? Hold on.
I'm a butthead.
What's your name?
Oh, Jackie.
Let's go for it.
Oh boy.
No.
Nope. Not as cool as Jarrett.
I'm a bunny.
Oh my.
Bunny.
Our bunny.
It's fun. I kind of like being a bunny. Writing, all bunnies write, and I'm being silly because I'm starting to get tired. But thoughts, I'm all over the place, and they're all in this beautiful book.
Because she basically was making herself official with the go-to bunny, so she was hopping.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Jackie's relearning equipment.
I traveled around a lot.
It lights up with noise. So it's like, if you want to, you can...
Do you want to tap it?
So people will use certain terms to identify things because that's what the...
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, we've just been going along with what he said because we don't know what else. Right. We just don't want to.
Can you see them like I do? But
Oh, those are just flashing lights. They're for this pod.
Okay, so Mom was talking about the behaviors the son displays when he wakes up, sitting up, mouthing out some words, and then flopping his head back. Then after that is when they'll still hear the stomping and things moving around, is the boy popping out and astrologically projecting into his room.
Setup went really quickly.
We are already teaching the family about some things and how to address things differently and view things with maybe a different perspective.
I like everybody here. I like my family. I am excited. Because I'm scared, so we went upstairs.
Was something upstairs?
And that's all. Who's next?
Jarrett, I and Sedona went out into the yard and we headed back towards the grove of trees that are back here.
So first session I went outside with Jarrett and Crystal. Outside first session present are Crystal, Sedona, Jarrett.
I was getting shadows. I took pictures.
Is there anyone out here with us? We mean you no harm. We are only here to investigate, talk to you, see what's going on. We want no harm in return, please.
For audio, that is ducks or geese or something off in the background.
Personal, don't you have like an interest in astronomy or space?
For the past week, I've been looking up at the stars and actually pulled up a star map at my house. I've had a sudden fascination with it. I know earlier when we were taking a tour, I had a spot over there where I ended up spinning, and like that spot was important. So I'm wondering if we might be getting anything over there. Right about in there is where it was. Is there anybody here that would like to communicate with us? Did anybody else hear whistling?
I hear whistling.
You hear whistling?
Yep.
Or like, is there... I don't remember seeing a
Windmill.
It was like almost like a squeaky, yeah.
One of those metal windmills that draws water.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me. Maybe it's the house across the street? I kind of want to rule that out. Shadow is Sedona.
I didn't mean that.
You're not allowed to touch me, but if you like, you can go ahead and touch that device on Crystal's hand. Okay. We can use your app now.
I didn't bring it out. Did you bring your phone with you?
What was your name? Or what is your name?
I saw a shadow. What is he doing?
So exhausted you had to lay down finally?
Said get up.
Did you tell me to get up?
Uh-huh.
What can you tell us that you know what's going on?
Did you just see that?
Where's the static coming from?
Did you see the shadow? I hope the camera caught that.
Where's this white noise coming from? Where's this white noise coming from?
Dude. He said dude.
It was in my hand down on the side. Nobody's hitting buttons.
Because I'm dead? Is that what he said?
That's the theory.
I've heard that twice. I remember.
Hmm?
I've heard that twice.
I've heard I remember twice too. Same way. I remember.
I sense that something shifted.
Hmm?
I sense that something shifted inside the house.
Boy, something about the boy.
Alright, so in this first session, I was in the group that was upstairs, and there didn't seem to be a whole lot of things in there.
Was that you? Just movement to the left.
I heard that.
I saw something.
What'd you see?
It was out of the corner of my eye when I was looking off, but it looked like something went towards, like, the direction of the lamp.
Okay.
So there were Indians here, but it sounded like overall there was a good relationship between the whites and the Indians here. At least that's the perspective of the writer. Yeah, I can see it very well.
Mr. Beetle, can you tell us your name now?
Alright.
But no, this device will blink some lights, and you can interact with us in that way. So we know if you're the one moving furniture, moving objects around, or doing footsteps, then we know you're capable of setting off the lights on that device. So we're just trying to come here mean respect. We're just trying to figure out what might be going on with you. What's your story? And only while we're here this evening do you have the opportunity. You can tell us your side of the story. Give us a message. What was that?
I don't know.
I heard it though.
Well, we all heard that.
Hey, Brooke, was that you guys? No response.
It was them.
Yeah, I shut the bathroom door.
Yeah, shutting the bathroom door, it sounded like it caused a tinny sound from up here, but you know, timing fits, so I'm probably gonna throw it out.
How do you feel about the new baby coming?
But we need to have some phrases that aren't misconstrued as maybe yeses, maybe nos. We need either sentences, specific details that we can confirm with the people that live here as a matter of fact.
Are you touching me? Or is there a spider on me? Sorry. There's
Maybe that beetle over to you.
I don't know, but I'm freaked. Oh, you'll see that there's a bug that startled me, and I can't stand bugs being on me.
So the best part of that or that session, I would have to say, is Carrie's reaction to a beetle that chose to befriend her.
And I'm sorry if I freaked and it was you and I told you you could touch me. It's a beetle on the floor and it's going for my leg.
I figured that beetle because it was headed to you.
No, it went the other direction for a while, but it's moving. Back towards me. Go!
So I can't mock too much because I'm sure we'll go outside and there's spiders, so we'll see. To be continued.
There it is again.
She's been saying that a lot. What is it that you remember?
We kept getting a weird, somebody's, we don't know if it was a man or a woman.
I'm not getting as much as it may be on the malicious side, is more of misunderstood. Seems like there's a lot around here just reaching out for help, wanting to talk, trying to get through.
It's okay, go to sleep. Okay. Now you're He's out.
And as we're leaving, there's a moment there where Carrie had thought she felt something behind her. All of a sudden, you felt something behind you?
I felt chills behind me. I felt like there's something behind me. It's not there now, though.
After she had said that, I was getting some sharp pain. Almost like a needle kind of going into your arm, like it's just a direct pinpointed pain in my arm right here. Sharp, like, pain.
Oh,
in
sharp
a direct,
pain.
Yeah, in a direct area. So it was like something was being pushed.
Like it walked right through me to you?
Maybe.
Maybe.
It felt more like a needle being pushed into your arm.
Done? We're done with our session. You guys can go a little bit longer if you want. And we could even just do, like, sit down. Once he's kind of passed out, maybe sit down, just kind of quietly just monitor and observe.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe no ITC during that time.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Here, you can have this. I don't know how to shut it off.
I'll take this. I'll end this session for you.
Thank you.
It was 11:05. This is the outside session.
And we've come inside and been watching the monitors for a little bit. Now that the other half of the team has come downstairs, I think there's a little bit of energy shift happening upstairs, so I'm interested to see what's going to come out of evidence there.
Then we came here into the house and we set up stairs in Easton's room, and he was sleeping.
There's reports that there's a phase within his sleep that he'll just kind of like sit up, kind of scares him, and see if that does happen. We catch it on camera and see if there's something to do with that, and maybe this poltergeist type stuff coming from our young client here. So that's what we're doing right now. Put it on the interceptor. He said, "There's a piece of paper for you in the interceptor." And I went over there and basically he drew each of us.
Oh, my heart.
So he put Paranormal Endeavors and then drew. And I was in the middle, and then each of you guys are.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
As I do get, he's talented in his own way. He's gifted. I trust that if you do see that beetle, just let me know. So I don't have a carry moment. What's touching me?
It's not a beetle.
Yeah.
He did tend to move around a lot, but I am not necessarily sure if that can be chalked up as him reaching the REM stages of sleep, or in the process of reaching REM sleep. So we'll see.
I do feel curtains could help too, like something solid right here, so he doesn't feel as vulnerable.
Family dynamics, that can affect sensitives as well, and if, you know, especially when you're living in multiple households, with one household being a different energy than the other.
Nothing that at the time we could hear or see. Let's put it that way. I did have a voice recorder going, so maybe we'll get some EVPs or something later on.
It was Jackie and Eric up there. Maybe if we left the room. So we left the room.
Our energy was probably keeping it away. It just didn't seem like anything was going on, so we tried to experiment here. All of our folks are leaving. All of our team members are leaving from that floor.
And we have this other camera and the spirit interceptor recording him, and the DVR camera on top of that. So.
Then from there we merged into going upstairs, doing our spiritual. I did the human dowsing rods, which is a effect that I do basically where my arms are out as a dowsing rod. Flush out my mind, and eyes are closed, and that way I also allow visuals to come in if there's visions I get and things like that. Since we're having this going, I could do my human version. See if then what happens. I feel threatened enough that I wouldn't open myself up for anything. Other than that, really not a whole lot, but I guess apparently my arms were in sync almost pretty much with what Jarrett was doing with his actual dowsing rods. So that was, you know, take it with a grain of salt. That was more or less, I guess we'll use Jackie's word, interesting.
I actually enjoyed the spiritual. I'm not sure what we got.
I mean, they crossed a couple times, but yeah.
It's, well, mine's been
waving back
when
and
you had
forth.
your eyes closed, they were just like right behind you.
Yeah.
Following you back and
They were
forth.
following. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been kind of interesting.
So anyway, I told her to come up here and to sit in an area. And I said to talk to him. And that's when she said things calmed down.
Good.
I had said something to Jen about when she told me that the upstairs was all torn up earlier, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I told her, and she seemed to think that she thought she knew who was up to this.
So let's continue that. We'll go downstairs and continue that. Do you think that there's any more that we need to do up here?
Trying to get untapped out.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything. Like you were saying, unless it's really hiding, I'm not getting anything of malintent.
What?
It's really like, it's drawing up through the top of my crown, whatever it is. No, I think we need to continue back to the other conversation, but do it downstairs. No, not to disturb little one.
She says, well, I think it's my brother. And I said, well, then go upstairs and talk to your brother. Tell him what's going on is not acceptable and he needs to stop. Well, come to find out that everything kind of calmed down.
One of the reads I had earlier today was a very masculine sensation and I'm not sure where to peg that yet.
Sometimes it's a little hard to accept someone you love that finds another person to love. And I think that Jen and her brother were so, they loved each other. I mean, they were like 2 peas in a pod. And I think there was just a little jealousy there.
Well, that's why I always want to put a face with that feeling, because that came out enough to be like, this is our mystery person. This one seems significant.
I don't know if it's Jen's brother or not. Or something different.
I want to say he either drowned or was a car accident. Because she lost 2 siblings. And one drowned and one was in a car accident. And I don't know which one was which. But I know those are like the 2 ways it went.
Did have some additional information which I left to the last of the evening, and that was that Jen had a brother that passed away. Brooke said that he was like 13. She didn't know if he died of a car wreck or if he drowned.
It's not malicious, it's more other things looking at life events and interacting, and depending on the activity of the life is depending on the activity of the spirits. Do a lot more counseling tonight.
It was definitely more of a connecting the pieces that we'd already kind of established throughout the night.
Malicious intent here? We didn't get any.
The end of the night turned out to be very awesome.
There's always that possibility, but to be as elusive to those of us on the team that are here, it's unlikely.
Very likely more of what we would call like a beacon. He has his own spiritual gifts, and he's attracting as well as sending out.
We're still doing some education, just answering questions to Brooke, explaining some things, giving her different perspectives and ways to look at the situation and handle things that are going on. So there's been a lot of educational work tonight.
We gave the clients some really helpful advice on how to handle any sort of uncomfortability.
I think if Jen and Brooke works with each other and give it boundaries, and boundaries seem to work real well with spirits.
One cute moment of the night, I was coming back in from going to tell the other team that they can start using some of their ITC apps.
Eric told us later that the client's son had actually drawn us a picture, which I got teary-eyed. I'm not gonna lie, I got teary-eyed.
And Easton, the little boy, had provided a gift, and there was a drawing they did of my team, of all of us that were present here tonight. And that was a very touching moment.
I'm not crying yet. So I can't wait to see it. It's super sweet. He drew all of us, like the whole team, and he was super sweet the whole night.
Jackie had said something about basically she had something in her eye, got emotional. Okay, thanks again having us over and making it work, and we were able to make it work as well, so it was just kind of meant to be and happen that way. I would say from here on out, a lot of counseling my members have given you as well and stuff, that's going to be a big part of this particular situation. Not to say that there's some other paranormal thing, because there's multiple spirits that we ran into while we're here.
Right.
Yeah, and not all of them are bad at all, you know. But go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's it right now. Is it's like there's so many just kind of in and out.
Just let us know. Other than that, 30 to 45 days is our average for review of evidence. Oh, I do appreciate the little drawing here.
Oh yeah, I
never
wanted to see
showed you
that. Yeah.
Right on. See? And the orange guy in the middle, and
Yeah, he drew all 6 of you guys. Your black shirts with all of your little equipment in the RC car.
right on. See?
No. That's so cute.
Those brought a tear to her eye.
Yeah, I got a little teary-eyed.
Thank you
Thank
again.
you. Thank you guys for coming. I really, really appreciate it.
No problem.
We needed that.
Just knowing that you're not crazy.
Yeah, I'm not crazy.
Right.
That was so
nice. Pick it up and get it too, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So bring her in.
Thank you.
You're so
Hesitate, please.
I won't. Thank you.
Yeah, help.
Thank you so much. You ready for some peace?
Yes.
I'm ready. We got another kid coming, so we got to figure something out.
You have the strength of peace. That's the key. Okay.
Just gotta find it.
No.
Channel it.
No,
Summon
no,
it,
no.
use it.
Don't call us as
Not
much
find
as
it.
you need to, okay?
Yeah, you have it. That's
If
the
there's
key.
further
just
trouble,
need to
you call.
acknowledge it.
If there isn't,
Okay.
yeah, still call.
Yeah, keep us posted.
Okay. I will. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Again, thanks for having us back here for this.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I want to do a formal reveal, especially because some of the footage stuff, it just would have been. So, of course, evidence analyst Jarrett's with me, and we have Mary, which is the first time you got to meet her. It's Crystal that you worked with last time.
Yeah.
And Jackie, senior field researcher, joined us today. Which I'll have a flash drive actually with the same duplicate as what we're going to show you for your guys' records as well. So you have that.
Yeah, it's been really nice, really peaceful afterwards.
This one clearly sounds like it. I'll just play it first and then tell you what we think it's saying.
I've heard that twice. I remember. I've heard that twice. I remember.
I mean, with Easton and stuff, he doesn't act the way he used to. He's really nice. Like, even his behavior is like completely different. He's not being a shithead.
Yeah. Same voice.
Same voice, same thing. Yeah.
So this would have been outside. What were you getting from spiritually at that time?
Spiritually, I was picking up the. It was like the husband and wife. She was really big. He was really, really skinny. It was kind of that Jack Sprat kind of thing. And he would go outside, and that's where he'd reminisce, and he would smoke out there off that back barn and just stare at the stars. And then later on, we found the indentations that could have been the outhouse. Well, you know, guys in their bathrooms, doesn't matter if it's inside or outside, they spend a lot of time around them. So it's just that reminiscing of life, reminiscing of the farm, reminiscing of family.
1 hour and 53 minutes. Possible EVP sounds like hay. So this is going to be mobile audio too. So this is upstairs now. So we're back inside. It's 88 minutes and 50 seconds of possible EVP. Did it rain?
Oh my god.
I'm trying to remember the forecast from that night. But
It
it's
was
like
super cloudy.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
super cloudy.
It rained right before you guys got here.
there we go.
And it was thundering and stuff.
Mhm.
It was really spooky.
So that one told me that there's an intelligence behind it. Someone knew that we were here. Was like, did it rain? Probably was trying to talk either to another spirit or to one of us. So yeah.
Just like what you said about like the bad guy thing. We don't call them bad guys. We don't make it negative anymore. The people are coming that came before about the bad guys, like, because that's what he refers to you guys as now.
Yeah.
But like nothing, just don't shut them down. We don't shut them down anymore.
Call y'all.
Call you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He is young, sensitive, psychic, spirit sensitive in his early years starting off. And we were just talking about beacons coming down here, and that's what he seems to be. And so the activity, as you guys were coached last time we were here, no matter where you are, it doesn't matter if you just pack up and move,
It's gonna be there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just a matter of like the ground rules, setting
So
your
sell the
rules.
Yeah, sell the kid.
Sell the kid.
Start over.
Kids come with receipts.
Right. Take the fire department. They
You want to say hi real quick before you go upstairs?
Hi,
friends.
Important places to be. That was our findings. Overall, which is very common with residentials and small businesses that we do, a low activity. And so it just says low activity present for this rating at time of visit. A common house, especially for someone with a psychic child, basically. Would you agree?
Oh yeah, very much so. Nothing menacing, nothing harming. If we worry about something enough, we can manifest it and create it because we're worrying about it.
That's us.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we start, we hear all about positive thinking and positive manifestation. We think it's a really hokey. Well, how many times are we so focused on the negative of our lives that that's all we ever see, and then we're all upset with how our life is?
Good point.
Okay. Remember, life is 9/10 perception. Okay.
Oh, thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
This is why we do this, folks. Not Hollywooded, not faked. Helping families out. This is what it's supposed to be. Agreed? Absolutely.
Alright, and Chapter 8 got off to an awesome start because we had our very first client back from Chapter 1 in case number 001, and we went back at the end of Chapter 1, case 008, the Englands. They made it up to Iowa, and Jesse actually became a great friend over the years. And alright, welcome to where a lot of the stuff happens. Part of our headquarters. This is our conference room, so you can see, we do our meetings, briefings here. See some of the people on current roster on the wall. It was just nice. I did think, this day would come that I would actually have him stop by and check out our home, our headquarters.
That was really cool. It was definitely a good experience to be here. A lot of fun. Learned a lot of new things here. It's gonna make me want to come back.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, you and your family were the first clients of their endeavors, so it's just that nice full circle come back, and now you kind of get on our turf and kind of see it's like
You are just like a genie in a bottle. If you are specific, they will answer specifically. Stay away from yes and no's.
Okay. It's kind of like the stuff I was talking about the other day, so I don't know if that would be like, just because I feel like I need, if it's just a little bit of guidance or just something to, to give me an idea, but like, I don't know, I'm just at a point where I'm just lost, and
Alright, well I pulled out a couple of decks here. I kind of wondered if this were to be. Alright, my first one I'm going to use is the Steampunk Deck. It's very honest, it's very blunt.
So I've had this done before, but like the person that done it, it's kind of one of those things, do I really believe what you're telling me?
You're biased. Yeah, I get that. Now, the first 3 cards are going to be your identifier cards, and then the next 4 will tell me the situation. The identifier cards lets me know that the cards are literally identifying with your spirit and your path, and it's already looking like they are, since we've got the Fool, the Hierophant, and the Sun. Okay. Now with the Fool, up here everything looks like it's magical. That moment before you take the first step is taken. This is one that usually pops up when people are on some sort of voyage, whether they be a path of self-discovery, whether it be on physical, material, whether it be on your spiritual. It is literally this lost person looking for their life. Okay? As with all the cards that mark beginnings and endings in the tarot, the Fool card is filled with conundrums and contradictions. The Sweep, or Fool, is at the beginning of an innocent with no life experience and no wisdom. At least not the kind of wisdom or experiences that the world values. He's looked down upon, perhaps jeered at, yet our Sweep, is most Fools of the Tarot, is pictured above the world, looking down on our reality as if it's from another plane. Okay? Now, this Fool is also the soul at the beginning of his journey in life. Most accurately, it's the soul just before stepping into this life. It is often said that the soul contains all knowledge, wisdom, and experience. That it's also gained from over various learned lessons through its lives. To achieve its goals, it willfully and voluntarily forgets all, or almost all, that it learned from all of its previous lives. Although it comes into this world ignorant, it does have a destiny. It is seeking something. The soul which comes to this earth in the human form, as a friend of mine says, We are the spirit seeking the human experience. Containing with it is the lights of the guide that guide the way. We will see this light and symbolized in different ways throughout the cards. For example, the Hermit, the Star, the Judgment, and the Ten of Wands. Okay? Now, we're not picking any of those up, so that is literally what you're talking about being lost. We're not having the guidance cards popping up, at least in the beginning of the spread. We'll see when we hit into Identifier Cards. If it shows up on this line up here in the Identifier line, it'll be nice there. When the Fool comes into your life in a reading, he lets you know that you're about to embark on a journey. Plays an important role in your soul's experience in your world. This leads into the Hierophant. Now, this one is also known as the Pope card in the older tarots. Okay. Now, the Hierophant, the core meaning with this is living faith every day. With it being inverted, your faith has been shooken. Doesn't necessarily mean your religious aspects. Your faith in life. Okay? You're doubting everything that you have thought you led to believe because you went into the Fool's journey with this predetermined destination. But what you didn't realize is the path is not predetermined by you. It'll always shake you up and show you what you need to see, not what you're wanting to see. You faced every single one of your hardest days up until this point, and you survived. Why do you have lack of faith in yourself?
I feel like I can always do better.
We all can. We're human. But it's just like when we look at the past, we look at the future, and we look at the present. Which eye are you putting them on? You know, if we're looking in the past, man, that's history, dude. The future, that's a mystery. Today is the present. That's why we call it a gift. Alright. The conflict right now... Alright. Stop worrying about the romance bullshit. Alright? When it's ready, it's ready. This is what's holding you back. Keep thinking I'm going to be complete once I find somebody that completes me. That's just self-defeating of your own growth. This union only happens inside you. Nobody else can create that. When you create that happiness, when you create that steadiness, then the union of two souls happens. Another person is not going to create that in you. If you came to a reading looking for guidance, then it shall be given to you. It's upside down. Stop doubting it. You asked in this reading for guidance. Dude, you've got it all around you. I've been in your lap a couple of years now. Endeavors has been out there helping you guys how many times?
3 now, I think. 3 times.
Over the last, 10 years?
Yeah.
You have people guiding you in your life, not just us. Now, the trick is figuring out the ones that are miserable and like to see you miserable as well. You got to watch out for those.
That was hard.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of stuff in that.
Alright, so his parents are here to pick you up, so thanks for coming by.